Yo, what's up everyone? Let's go ahead and play some Train Simulator. A lot of people are saying, hey, why don't you play Train Simulator World anymore? Um, I'll play Train Simulator World, but um, again, I really enjoy Train Simulator Classic as it has the most DLC, the most choices of a variety of trains than Train Sim World. Train Sim World, no doubt, has better graphics and definitely more of a modern game, but Train Simulator Classic is still the de facto in terms of definitive train simulator out there. You're not going to find any train simulator that has so many DLCs available for it, and not just Steam, but also available online from various makers. Yeah, there's some people who just said, you know what, I'd rather make my own money than put my DLC on Steam. I would rather people go through the website. The only problem with that is sometimes some of these third party tend to overcharge, but this is going to take a while to load. So what I ended up doing is moving the entire. Well, actually, no, I didn't move it. I actually ended up reinstalling the whole game on a larger hard drive because I tried to transfer it, but then it still needed an update. But the problem with the update is that every time I try to remove DLC to do the update so I can move it, it kept on saying, "Oh, not enough space, not enough space," and I'm like, "Oh, this is just getting insane. I'm just gonna move it," and yeah, instead not move it, but reinstall it. And my mind's kind of out of things right now. My mind is not actually processing because I didn't get much sleep, but I'm literally surviving, not surviving, but keeping awake thanks to caffeine, coffee, which was the problem of keeping me up. See, there was a person that I work with that um, former military guy. He likes the coffee very strong, and for me, I could drink any coffee, but it was sometimes his strong is enough for caffeine to get him throughout the day, whereas most people, caffeine tends to hit immediately. Sometimes caffeine takes a while for my body to process, so it can kick in. Excuse me, like 10 to 12 hours later. So that's the bad part about it. Um, yeah, this is gonna take a while. This scenario database is gonna be. Let's see. I think the only problem is running this in this new hard drive is not it's not as fast as my other solid state drive, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it's not too much of a hindrance. One of the reasons why I did that is because I have too many DLC, and I hate the fact that I keep on having to delete. 250 is not enough. You need at least 500 gigs or more, or 1 terabyte just for this game alone. Even for any train sim actually. So I actually have separate hard drives, for like JR East, Train Simulator, OMC2 for Bus Simulator, Tower Sim 3 for, and of course the Boku Kano games. But and even Train Sim World, I try to keep things separated. Some people say, well, do you still purchase on Switch? Yeah, I do, but the problem is that a similar situation with Switch, where I probably have 50 um, 64 gigabyte cards that I've bought over the years, and actually I used them for photography whenever I traveled worldwide, and it's I think there was a time I was like, oh man, I need some cards, and I said I could just buy new ones for my camera later on. So I ended up using those for the Switch, and ended up filling those up quickly. So right now, synchronizing with Steam Workshop. How long this is going to take? Probably will take a little while. Let's see here. But yeah, this is a big test to see how things run on this hard drive. I can't say if it's crashed on the synchronizing or it's just taking a while to load because it's trying to load all the DLCs for the first time. Okay, there we go. Thank goodness. Main menu. Drive. I hope I don't have to start over from scratch again. That would suck big time. Yeah, these two are new. It's kind of interesting that even for Train Sim World, using old school 2009 technology, they still are able to squeeze so much out of it and make really cool games. So let's go ahead and learn to play some of these. Hold on. Yep, we know. I don't even know how many pages. This is just like years of accumulation of DLC. Okay, that's the HDX 3D. See, the problem is, like, you look at this and you're like, yeah, I could do 10 minutes, but some of them are like, oh yeah, let's go take a photo. Yeah, I don't want to take pictures. I want to actually play, but I do not want to play 120 minutes worth. Let's see here. Let's go all the way down. Let's see what the shortest is. Oh, this is an oldie. You can see the difficulty right there. A lot of reds. Be prepared. Okay, let's try it. West of Scotland Lines, the Port Road, we're going to be using a black 5460 BR Black. Yeah, I know Thomas's Friends is available on Train Sim World. Meanwhile, while we wait, let's see what they're discussing in the community hub of discussions. CNO, Wasatch Grades Scenario Pack, German routes, among my favorite. What happened? Yeah. I'm in the same boat. Gotta. That sucks. That he's talking about routes too. Anyway, let's go back. Oh my gosh, this is taking longer. Perhaps I need to invest in a faster 1 TB hard drives, but hardware is so expensive. Anything that has to do with chips or whatever, they're just insanely expensive. Come on, man. Hmm.
欢迎客人您入住本酒店。
Yeah, whatever. Come on. It's okay, you can start. I know it's trying to load everything that I have. Because I before I did like 75% install and 25%. Over the bigger games I didn't add. Okay, here we go. Check your route to call. Loading number tower 1. Let's make sure everything works. 9. Nice. That's a big one. Okay. Let's take a look at this one right here. If I recall, F4. Let's take some photos. Dark. Okay. F4. It's back, and we are going to do F1 to bring it. Stop at Kingmoor. So that means we're going to have to reverse. But before we reverse, let's go ahead and look what's in the engine right now. Man, it's dark in here. Right? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start. Let's tap the horn. Okay. Check out the good. Let's go ahead and let's make sure we are going to hit reverse. We are going to go ahead. And we are going to go Kingmoor and gold. We can only go use 10. Do you not want us to stop here? How do I know if it's not loading though? I don't think it's loading, right? Let's see. Let's look at the various overhead. No, it doesn't look well, actually. Unless it wants us to go a little bit more up, I doubt that. Maybe we're not supposed to go here. So let's do this. We'll go 9. Let's find out where we're at right now. Where are we? Where are we? We're right here. Nope. Where the heck are we right now? Oh, we're here. Right? Nope. Show task. Why? Okay. Kingmoor MPD. Forward 1. See here, Kingmoor MPD. That's water. The coal all the way out here. Oh, that's shed. Where is the coal, man? I don't see. Okay, we're here. Coal Road 1, right? Okay. Let's see here. We are in MPD Coal Road 1. Okay, we stopped. Oh, hold on. Okay. I don't see it really doing anything. Stop at Kingmoor MPD Gold Coal Road 1. I'm right here. Unless it wants... There it is right here. Unless we have to go up just a little bit more. So let's do that. Hold on. Let's do this. Just a little bit more this way. Does it? Oh, wait, I see. It's the other side. I'm not looking at it right. So, we're going to have to go to 9. Where the hell am I? Coal Road 1. I need to find where I am. Center player. So let's do this. So then we have to go backwards. So we're going to have to hit this one. There it goes. So let's go ahead and start. back a little bit more. 78 feet. What? Okay, let's do that then. Can't tell. Okay. Oh, okay. I get it. It worked. I thought it was like falling in between the cracks. Okay. Couple M34281. The front of the back. Okay. So now we have to find out where M43281 is. Show task. Oh man, we're gonna have to go all the way out there. Siding 3, right here. So to get to siding 3, from where we are right now. See if we can, oh, there he goes. And we need to make sure this goes straight there. And this one actually has to go here. So I think if we go all the way straight, we should be fine now. So let's do it. Oh no, I think we go this way. Backside. So to connect it to the backside, my gosh, we're gonna have to figure out how to do a reverse of this train. I can go here. Oh man. Oh, to the front of Black 5 ECS. Oh, I think we could do it. If we have to go to the front, we could do this. Oh. I think they say it's the front? Something, because if we're going to connect to this one, yeah, we're going to side 3. We missed it. We weren't supposed to do this. We were supposed to go here to side 3. No, that's correct. Side 3. Okay, I'm going to have to reverse it then. Go backward a little bit. Because I messed up. Yeah, we're going to then end up on this one. Again. Here we are right here. We need to make sure that we go here and we stay at 3. 3 is right here. Yeah, we must stay at 3. Yeah. According to this one will take us to 3. Player. I think I have to go back a little bit more. That's the other switch right here. Oops. 9. And now, center player. We need to... We need to make sure it goes to 3, not 2. Yeah, that one's blocked now. Let's try it. Make sure it's coupled. Is it? I think so. Okay, let's now reverse to go back to Kingmoor. Right here, coal avoiding. Where's the coal avoiding? Right here. So now we are at 3. I think we are way up here. When we go up here, no, still need to stay there. We go up 3. 1, 2, 3. We go here. Go here. Oh, we need to get to coal avoiding. No. There. And then coal avoiding right there. Okay, let's do this. Nope. Nope, 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 you're not. I need to make sure you are attached. Typically, let's see here. 1, 2. Wait a minute. What am I doing? 4, 5, It's usually right here. There it goes. Okay, now we're going to go to avoiding. It's going to be a little heavy, so it's going to be a little slow. Go for it. I imagine that's why it's so slow. Yeah, it's going to be super slow. Let's make sure we are going the right way. Yes, we are. So far, so good. because we do not know where Carlisle platform is. Wow. Wow. Carlisle platform 7. Whoa. 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 Right here. So, we need to make sure we need to make sure we get all the way to the side there. So we're going to have to go here, go here, and it goes all the way down there. We got a red light right there. You can keep on going all the way down. And it goes all the way down. It goes all the way down. It goes all the way here. But we want it to go to Carlisle platform 7. Right here. It goes down. It goes this way. It goes here. It goes here. And it goes here. And then we need to make sure it goes to 7. Carlisle platform 7. My goodness. Where is it? I thought we just saw it. Yeah, I know it's stopping at Carlisle platform 7. There it is right there. Okay, we're good. So we have to stop right here. I think we are good from there, so let's go ahead and go back. And let's go ahead and start. think it's slowing down, right? It should go faster than this. Let's do this. 1, 3, 4. Let's look at the thing again. I think we have to release pressure first. And then we go all the way up. Release. And let's get the work a bit faster. Going mad. We know we need to go faster. Oh. We need coal. Yeah. You gotta wait to fill this one up. So it takes a while then. Go what, 20? Hold on, guys.
欢迎在
So, closer to 20. Continue. And we're gonna let it go to 20% at least, or maybe 25. It's just amazing how the technology of steam trains came about, steam locomotives. Especially when, from the initial trains, and then how they started to use the ones that could actually go uphill and take a lot of power. What's that, 25? Let's close it. Go. a little bit. Come on. We need to produce more. Anything that that's a standard. something I'm missing. I know I am. turn everything off. And then let's go reverse. Let's do release. Understand why it's not running. So there's something I'm not getting right here. Although I thought I had it. Doesn't make sense why it's not going. Unless I'm supposed to have a certain amount of... Go ahead and pull it up. Let me open up the menu. Okay, let's resume. Because as I was looking, I'm glad I saved. Because while I was looking at another page, there it goes, it crashed again. Darn it. Darn, darn, darn. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully it works. No, it crashed again. What the hell? I don't know if it's the hard drive I'm using. Because before I had a better solid state drive when it was just 256, but now that I'm using like almost 400 gigs. I'm hoping that I can resume. There we go. Come on. Drive. I don't want to click on the, there it goes. Standard. We're going to type black 5. There we go, be prepared. West of Scotland lines, the Port Road, black 5460. So this is on 25. Okay. So emergency brake is off. question is, what am I doing wrong here? What did unless I really have to put a lot of coal in here, I have no idea. Wait, you know what? I wonder. Let's yeah, we're gonna put set full forward at 75. We're gonna apply power, but we're not gonna do this. Let's do the. Make sure there's no wheel slip. So we're gonna hit X to apply some sand, and then we're gonna see Y. Start it slowly then. I know we released the brake. I don't think we have to hit B for blow it, do we? That's driving mode. Realistic driving mode. Legacy driving mode. I have no idea. Let's do legacy. What am I doing wrong? Make sure your fire mass and pressure are sufficient at 60 to 70%. Okay, we'll let it go. Let's go now. Let's try it. moving. What am I doing wrong? What did I do wrong? I'm doing something and I'm missing something here. Pull forward 75%. Yes. Move quick strip. Clear water. Open the regulator. 620 to 30%. Close the cylinder cap. That's if you want to apply the brakes. You don't want to do that. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what it is. Let me continue to read up on this. Hold on. Okay, so we know we created at least 85% for fire. The flame. apply, you will gradually starting. Move the brakes to release and watch the brake gauge go up. Okay. Okay, now it's 0. Just wait till we get to 21. There we go. Moving back to running. Move the brakes to apply. Move back to running. Damn, man, what the hell is going on here? This is frustrating. Let me see YouTube. Oh my gosh, after like an hour of messing around, I think I figured it out now. Take a start and go. YouTube just in case I mess up. Woo! My gosh. Four. And we did this scenario, which took forever. My gosh, it shouldn't have taken this long. Oh man, it took me a while to figure out how to get that. You know, oh my gosh, it took me a while to figure that one out. But we got it. Took forever. An hour and 56 minutes should have taken that long. But hey, at least we did this one. So I'm just glad we took care of that. So, for those of you who are wondering, well, how many what trains do you have? About 23 pages worth here. Again, this is accumulation over the years. BR Black. Again, I'm a DB fan, so I love the Deutsch trains, and I like the BR trains, British Rail. I don't really play American ones that much, but I am getting into Norfolk Southern, that is. Here's the DBBRs. Oh, this is standard, but yeah, if we were going to go quick right here. Heck, maybe if you looked at career, I wonder if it'll load up on there. Again, I have so many DLC that I loaded in this time around on a different hard drive, so it's a little different. Okay, here, this one shows pretty much everything here, what I have. 45 pages. I want to add some Amtraks. I've been wanting to do that. Add a little bit more American. Because I know I've been focusing on a lot of European, Japanese, Chinese. I love the BRs. I'm starting to get in the Canada-based rolling stock as well. China Railways, shunters. 105 DMUs, the bubble car, class 14s, 143. Yeah, so there's just a lot of trains I could play and have fun with. Only page 13 so far. I like the inner city ones. Probably gonna add more inner cities. There's just 2 more I need to add. But the thing is that I'm not sure if I'm up to snuff for pro because I've done pro before and there's just some frustrations I don't want to have. I mean, some people don't mind that frustration, but I do. Wasn't there like a train sim schedule maker or something? Let's see here. Schedule maker. No, that's the Creator Club. But I thought there was something in Classic. What's in the build? But one thing I wanted to start doing are scenarios where it involves a lot of rolling stock. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's say that we're going to go this one, and then we're doing standard, not career. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to DBBR. This one is fine. And then let's say that we wanted to go here. There's something I'm going to try real quick. I want to see if I could change the cargo. So we know we see the cargo right here, right? And we got the Railion. We got the DB things right here. But let's say if I wanted to edit the hold on here. No. Let's continue the world editor. Really never messed with it. Let's see here. Video ASD. Okay, let's use this one as an example. My gosh. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've never done it before. I've seen people do it online. Anyway, I'm just wasting time, everyone. You all take care. Wait a minute. Here we go right here. Why didn't I see that before? We want to add... so it was the... It was a wagon. Industrial buildings, water, stations, infrastructure, okay, interesting. Oh, that's a sign. No, we don't want to do that. Get away from that. No, we do not want to put this in there. Nope. I want to stop. Nope. Passengers. Cars. AI cars. Yeah, I've never done a wagon before. That's why, when I was purchasing some wagons earlier, I was like, well, how do you go ahead and do all that? I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video for this because I see how you could put on homes and I don't know where you do like wagons and stuff like that. I see vehicles. I see speed signs. Shot. What are these? Oh, found it. Victory Works. Cancel. No, these are just trains. We're not looking for the trains. We know what we want. What we're looking for. So these are just to add for trains, but we want to actually do wagons, not trains. There's AP wagons right there. How would you do that? Oh. So I see his shadows right there, but something I'll need to mess around with later. How to utilize the wagons. I'll do that another time. But anyway, y'all take care, and I'll see you there. Wink, wink, and ah.